Hello students, as in the last lecture, we started with a new chapter, that is chapter number 1, partition value from max 2, where we saw about quartiles, in which, as I told, there are three quartiles. One is Q1, Q2 and Q3. You must remember this name. As for Q1, sometime they will use the word first quartile, sometime they will use the word lower, and sometime in the question they will use below 25. For Q2, they will use second, central, or sometimes they will use median or 50%, and for Q3 third, upper and below 75%. So below 25, below 50 and below 75. So this basic thing you must remember. And in the last lecture we started with the type number 1. As I told, um, I will be dividing the exercise in three type. The type number 1 will be based on the sequence and series like this. You will have the number, okay, where you have to arrange the number in ascending order from smaller to bigger. And type number 2, as I told, it is for ungrouped data, and type number 3, it is for the group data. So as in the last lecture we had covered the type number 1, where we saw three important formula for the quartiles, how to find the quartiles. The first one is Q1. The formula is value of n plus 1 upon 4 th observation. Q2 is equals to value of 2, right inside the bracket, 2 n plus 1 upon 4 th observation, and Q3 is equals to value of 3 n plus 1 upon 4 th observation, where, as I told, n is known as what? Number of observations. Simply you have to count the number and see the number, observe the number, how many numbers are there. It is known as n. And here note down, you have to arrange the data in ascending order only, and after that only you will apply the formula. Okay, so today we're gonna see the next type number through 2, where you will see ungrouped data. For this type number 2, the formula remain same. Okay, the formula remain same. So here the change is what? First column will be f, second column will be f, sorry, first column will be x, second column will be f, and the third column will be cf. And what is cf here? Cf is known as cumulative frequency. And which cumulative frequency you have to find? Cumulative frequency less than. Okay, so you will have x and f only, so you will increase one more column. So in the first column you will write x, in the second you will write f, and in the third column you will write cumulative frequency less than. I hope you all might be knowing how to find the cumulative frequency less than, as it was there in your ninth as well as in the 10th standard also. Okay, so let's move on to the type number 2, and for this the formula will remain same as it was there in the type number 1. The same formula will be there for the type number 2 also. There is no change. But type number 3, for type number 3 there is a change in the formula. Okay, so let's begin with the type number 2. Okay, so here we have one question in front of you all. For following data of daily expenditures of the family, that is in rupees, you have to compute expenditure below which 75% of family, okay, have their expenditure. So here we have to find what? Below which 75% of family. So what do you mean by below which 75%? Below which 75%? Below which 75%? That means below 75%. It means it is known as Q3. So in short, in simple, for this sum you have to find what? You have to find only Q3, the third quartile. Here for the first sum, no need of finding the first and second quartile, as clear it is clearly mentioned in the question that you have to find, compute the expenditure below which 75%. 75% means what? Q3, yes or no? Okay, so here we have daily expenditure, which is in rupees. We'll take this first as fx and second as f. Okay, now daily expenditure is 350 for How many families, numbers of families are there whose daily expenditure is 350? There are 16 number of families whose daily expenditure is 350. There are 90 number of family, 19 whose daily expenditure is 450. So as for this question, there are two different method to solve the sum. The first method is like the previous one, the type number one, as we did type number one. So how we can solve this sum by type number one? Listen here. 350 daily expenditure is what? 350. How many families are there? 16 family. That means 16 families having their daily expenditure 350. That means you will write 350 16 times like this. 350 comma 350 comma 350 comma. If you want to solve this sum, if you want to stick with the first formula only, means type number one only, so you can solve this sum by type number one also. But type number two method, it is different and it is easy also. In type number one, if you solve this sum by type number one, you will get the answer, but it will take too much time. So that's why I had given this sum as named as type number 2. Okay, if you want to solve by type number 1, listen here. 350 you will write 16 times. 350 comma 350 comma 350 comma 350 comma 350 16 times. Then 450 19 times. Then 550 20. Common sense. If you goes on writing the numbers, then you will apply the formula. Okay, then you will solve the sum. You will put the value of n. It will take too much time actually. Okay, yes or no? Okay, so we'll move on to the second method. The second method is very simple. As I told, you will have x and f. Simply you have to increase cumulative frequency less than. So here in the first column, okay, you will write x, and in the second column you will write f, and in the third you will write cumulative frequency less than, that is cf. So here we have the daily expenditure, that is 350, 450, 550, 650, 750. Number of families are 16, 19, 24, 28 and 13. I hope you all might be knowing how to find the cumulative frequency less than. So here the first number you will write same as it is, then simply goes on adding the number. So here this will be 16 plus 19, yes or no? 16 plus 19 is 35. Then 35 plus 24, you will get 59. Then goes on adding 59 plus 28, 87. Then 87 plus 13 is what? 100. So here we got the answer. For the first one is 16, then 35, then 59, 87 and then 100. Okay, so we'll calculate this second column also, number of families. Okay, so common sense, here we got 100, so this will be what? 100 only, yes or no? Just calculate and see. This part will be what? 100 only. So here clearly we can see that 10, 19, t 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this two number, it has to be same, this two part. Okay, so I hope you all understood how to draw the table. First will be what? X, second will be f, and third will be what? Cumulative frequency less than. I hope you all might be knowing how to find the cumulative frequency. Simply you will write the first number as it is and then goes on adding the numbers. Okay, then total the numbers of family. Okay, so here this 100 is what? Actually, as I told in the last video lecture also, for the first one n is known as number of observation. For the second type number 2, n is known as what? Total number of frequency, as I had clearly mentioned. So here this 100 actually it is what? N. Okay, so n actually it is also known as number of observation, and for the type number 2 actually n it is what? Total number of frequency. It is one and the same actually. Okay, so here n we got and we got that is 100. Yes or no? Okay, so now for this question actually we have to find what? We have to find only one thing, that is below which 75% of the family. That means in simple language we have to find Q3. So simply you have to apply the formula for Q3. So what is the formula for Q3? It is value of 3 n plus 1 upon 4 th observation. Yes or no? So therefore Q3 equals to value of 3. So this will be what? 100 plus 1 upon 4 th observation. So therefore Q3 equals to value of, this will be 3 into, okay, so this part will be 100 plus 1, 101. Yes or no? Divided by 4 observation. Yes or no? So therefore Q3 equals to value of, so this will be what? 303 divided by 4. Yes or no? So therefore Q3 will be equals to what? Value of, so when you will divide, so you will get, yeah, you will get what? 4 sevens are 28, then 2 carry, okay, 4 5s are 20, again 2, so here you will get 75.775. Yes or no? Observation, as here we got 75.75 observation. Okay, now what we used to do in type number 1, we used to break, yes or no, we used to split this number like this. Yes or no? And we used to apply the formula, like we used to split what? 75 plus 0.75, then the next number, that is 76 minus the previous number, value of, okay, value of 75th observation. This is the value of 76th observation and the value of 75 observation. We used to frame the formula. Yes or no? Framing the formula is for the type number 1. Here now how to find the answer for Q3? Listen here. Here we don't have to apply the formula which was there in the type number 1. So here the fundamental it is different. Now listen here. Simply you have to see the value 75.75. Where does it lies in the cumulative frequency less than? Simply you have to check where does it lies, in which row, whether it lies in the first row, whether it lies in the second row, whether it lies in the third row, whether it lies in the fourth, whether it lies in the fifth. So your final answer, it will lies where? In the first column. So first we have to check the 75.75 lies in which row. So for that we have to see the cumulative frequency column. So here the first row contain only 16. So from 17 to 35, that means 17, 18, 19, okay, 20, 21, 22 till 35, 17 to 35, it, okay, that value it will lies in the second row. From 36 to 59 it will lies in the third row. From 60, 59 it is lies in the third row. No? So from 60 to 87 it will lies in the fourth row. So can I say 75.75? Where does it lies? It lies between these two. Okay, not between these two actually, because here 59 third row end up where? At 59. So from 60 to 87 it will lies where? It will lies in the fourth column. So in the fourth column, fourth, sorry, in the fourth row, so it will lies where? Clearly we can see that it lies in the fourth row. So this is actually row. Okay, this is the column. So here clearly we can see that it does not lies in the first row. 75.75, it does not lies in the second row. It does not lies in the third row. As 60 to 87, it lies in the fourth row. So this is the answer for Q3. Understood how to find the answer? It is very simple. Suppose if here 75.75 is replaced by 38.85. So what will be the answer? So 38.85, simply check in the cumulative frequency where does it lies. Here it is still 16 in the first row. In the second row, from 17 to 35 it lies in the second row, and from 36 to 59, 36 to 59, so 38.85 will lies where? It will lies in the third row. So third row answer is here what? 550. So answer for this, it would be 550. Got the point? In this way you have to find your answer. Simply you have to check in the cumulative frequency where that's it lies, whether it lies in the first row, second row. This is row actually, okay, and this is column. Remember this, okay. By mistakenly somewhere if I told this is column, so sorry from my side, okay. This is row and this is column. So simply you have to check the 75.75, where does it lie? It lies in the first, second, third, fourth. As clearly we can see that this 75.75, it lies in the fourth row, as 60 to 87 lies in the fourth row. So of course the 75.75 lies in the fourth row. So this is the answer for Q3. So in this way you will find your answer. Okay, I hope you all understood the concept, the sum. Okay, simply you have to increase one column. First column consider as X, second as F, and third as CF. CF is known as cumulative frequency. I hope you all might be knowing how to find the answer for cumulative frequency. Okay, now as your daily expenditure, so this part is the daily expenditure, yes or no? And we know that daily expenditure here, the unit is what? Rupees. So here in the final answer you will write rupees. Okay, or else if you don't want to write here, write the statement here, ends. If you don't want to show rupees here, then write ends the expenditure below, okay, which 75% of families have their expenditure is rupees 650. Okay, if you don't want to write here rupees unit, so here by saying the sentence you can mention. Okay, so here we got the answer for the this example. Okay, as the same sum actually it is there in the exercise. It is your question number 4th from the exercise number 1.1. So let's take one more example from the same type, that is type number 2. So let's move on to the second one. As in the second sum, it says that you have to find all the quartiles. All the quartiles means Q1, yes or no? Q1, Q2 as well as Q3. Okay, so here we have number of e-transaction per day. We'll consider this as X, this column as X. Number of days, second column as F, and the third column will be cumulative frequency less than type, yes or no? So here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number of days, here we have 10, 35, 45, 95, 64, 32, 10, and 9. I hope you all might be knowing how to find the cumulative frequency. So the first number you will write same as it is, then goes on adding. So 10 plus 35 is 45, 45 plus 45 is 90, 90 plus 95, it is 185. Yes or no? 185 plus 64, it is 249. 249 plus 32, it is 281. 281 plus 10, it is 291. 291 plus 9, it is 300. So if this section is 300, of course this has to be 300 only. Yes or no? Okay, you can check also, verify whether this both the section are same or not. Okay, so here we got the total number of frequency. As we know that the small n here, it is known as total number of frequency. Yes or no? So done with the first part, that is the tabular form. Now we have to calculate all the quartiles. So n equals to, here it is 300. All the quartiles means we have to find q1, q2, q3. Yes or no? So first we'll see for q1. So q1 formula will be what? Value of n plus 1 upon 4 th observation. Yes or no? So therefore value of 300, n will be replaced by 300. Yes or no? Observation. Okay, so therefore value of, so this will be what? 301 upon 4 observation. Yes or no? So simply divide the number. So 3 ones are 3, 7s are 5s are, then 2 carry 2 5s are, so 75.25 observation. I hope you understood till here. Yes or no? Any doubt? So simply first you will prepare the table, okay, with respect to the cumulative frequency, as cumulative frequency here will play an important role for the type number 2. Without increasing the column you cannot able to find your answer. Okay, so now simply what you have to do, you have to check the 75.25, where does it lies in the cumulative frequency. So in the first row it is 10, it is still 10. From 11 to 45 it is in second row. From 46 to 90 it is in third row. So can I say the 75.25, where does it lies? It lies in the third row. So third row is the answer for q1. So your q1 is equals to 2 is what? 2 number of e-transaction. That is what? Number of e-transaction per day. So number does not have any unit, so you can write as q1 equals to 2. I hope you understood the first one. Let's see for q2 now. So we know that what is the formula for q2? It is value of 2 n plus 1 upon 4 th observation. Okay, so therefore value of 2 n is what? 300 plus 1 upon 4 observation. So your value of, so here just now we saw this here for this sum, for this part, 300 plus 1 upon 4, the answer we got here 75.25. Yes or no? Write down directly. So therefore the value of 2 into 75.25, it will be 150.50. Yes or no? Understood? Again same, simply you have to check 150.50, where does it lies in the cumulative frequency. So here it is still 90. From 91 to 185, that means 150 lies where? In the fourth row. So that means the fourth row answer in the column number 1 is what? 3. So answer for Q2 is what? 3. So this is the answer for Q1. This is the answer for Q2. So common sense. The Q3 will lies where? After Q2 only, yes or no? So answer will be greater than 3 only. Okay. So let's solve for Q3 now. I hope you all might be knowing the formulas. Yes or no? What was the formula for Q3? Q3, it was value of 3 n plus 1 upon 4 th observation. So therefore value of 3, okay, so this is what? 300 plus 1 upon 4 observation. So therefore it is equals to value of 3. So this part 300 plus 1 upon 4. Directly you can write this part as 75.25. Already we had solved this section, yes or no? From here we can write the answer directly. So therefore value of 3 into 75. So here you will get 21, 22. So 225.75. Again same, you have to check 225.75, where does it lies? In the third column, that means in the cumulative frequency. So 225 from 186 to 249, it lies in this row, that means fifth row. So 225, it lies in the fifth row. So this is the answer for Q3. So Q1 is 2, after Q1 it will be Q2, and after Q2 it will be Q3. So here we got the answer for Q3 is 4. I hope you all understood the sum, how to frame the table and how to find the answer by using the formula. And this formula actually we had seen in the previous video. In the last lecture only we had solved 2-3 sums of the type number 1 by using this formula. But what is the difference? There we used to break this number and we used to frame one formula, and then after that we used to substitute the value. Here nothing we have to do like that. Simply you have to check this answer, where does it lies in the cumulative frequency, and in that row if it lies, so that in that row first column, so that part will be your answer. Like suppose here we got 225, so you have to check in the 225 where in cumulative frequency, as 225 lies where? It lies somewhere here. So answer it will be where? In the first column. So the your first column in the type number 2, in simple language I can say your answer for type number 2, it will lies in the first column. So from here you will get the answer of Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, so I hope you understood the type number 1 as well as type number 2, as we took 2 example today for the type number 2, and I guess it is enough to understand the method, the concept. Okay, so in the next lecture we're gonna start with the type number 3. As type number 1 and type number 2, as type number 1 it will be for 2 marks, type number 3 it will be for type number 2, it will be for 2 marks, even type number 1 also 2-3 marks, but type number 4 it is a proper 4 mark sum. So we can consider this 1 and 2 as 2-3 marks sum, and the type number 3 as proper 4 marks sum. So type number 3 it is very important sum, as your first exercise majority of the sum actually it is based on the type number 3. So in the next lecture we're gonna start with the type number 3. Till then, goodbye, see you in next lecture.